Hey guys, it's Jackie from Sacred Journeys. How's it going? I hope everybody's fine, doing awesome. Excuse me. Today I've got an interesting topic to kind of ponder. And it stems from, I think it's a cultural expectation that I'm kind of bumping up against. And this is my experience, and it may very well be yours, it may not. But I think this will resonate with some people. So here, I'm going to talk about the expectation of parents having a relationship with their adult children. And so, how many people do you know that are always in constant communication with their parents? And usually, I think that's beautiful. I think that is actually very beautiful if that can happen and that can be a sustainable relationship for mothers and daughters and sons and daughters and all that. The family dynamics can continue to stay connected and close as they get older. But oftentimes, especially the people that I see as clients and myself included, don't seem to have a very good relationship with our children or our parents or vice versa. And it seems like it's more normal for some reason to hear the daughter or the son say, "Oh God, I can't stand my mom. Whatever. She's so overbearing. She's this, she's that, she's blah, blah, blah." But it's interesting when you talk to a mother like me, this is my experience. When I say, "Yeah, I don't have conversations with my children," like it's just non-existent, and it's really not my choice, it's their choice, but it is what it is. And I get the weirdest, most interesting looks. It's almost like, "What? What do you mean you don't talk to your kids? You don't, what do you mean you don't know what they're doing?" Like, I don't. I don't know what they're doing. They're adults. If you want to know how they're doing, call them, you know? But it's an interesting phenomena because I can feel that it's a judgment. It's like a societal judgment, an expectation, even, that mothers and fathers are always in communication with their children. And if you're not in communication with your children, then they look at you cross eyed, like, "Whoa, what's going on there?" And I don't know what's going on. Uh, it just is what it is. It's almost like it's a strange expectation that our culture, our society has put on parents, maybe mothers specifically. And then if there's something amiss in that relationship, then it just feels wonky. You can feel that immediate judgment or immediate there's an energetic shift that they think there's something off and there's something wrong with you because you don't have a relationship with your children. When people don't seem to remember that it takes two-way communication, right? So just like I don't know. So anyway, I'm just wondering if there's other women, other mothers that have that experience that they don't have good, great relationships with their adult children. I'm not talking little ones. I'm talking adults. These are adult people, and it's kind of interesting when people run into me. They haven't seen me forever. That the first thing they ask is, "Oh, how are your kids?" Like, I don't know. And it is a weird response. I understand that, but it's like, "Hey, I don't know, but I'm fine. If you're curious about how I'm doing great." you know? So I guess I'm also trying to bring an awareness to the fact that maybe not everyone has a great relationship with their adult children, with their ex-husband, with their ex-partner. And maybe that's not I don't know, that's almost like a go-to question when you haven't seen someone in a while. But it really kind of, it's like, why you could ask about how I'm doing. I'm going to ask about how you're doing. How's your life? I'm not going to ask how your ex-husband's doing because why would I? Why, I don't care. And you probably don't either, for that matter. So, and not in a mean way, but they're not in your life. So you don't have any idea how they're doing. So I'm just raising this awareness, first of all, maybe just to realize, you know what? I think it's more common than not that maybe there are strained relationships in family, whatever family is supposed to be. That whole expectation of what families are supposed to look like and feel like, I think, has caused a lot of unspoken, I'm going to say, shame around this situation. If there's problems in a family unit, uh, that it's just not talked about, and it's certainly not talked about very often, or at least not, I haven't heard it, where women, mothers like myself with adult children, are outright honest and say, hey, you know what? I don't have a good relationship with my kids. I've tried, they don't contact me. And that's what it is. So I wonder how many more women are out there that would be willing to even just share that like, yeah, that's what it is. Sometimes they don't call me, they don't talk to me, they don't want to talk to me. And then after a while, you don't want to talk to them, believe it or not. So I don't know. I'm just making this video to, I guess, shed some light again into my own life, if you're interested. But also maybe to shed a light around some taboos or some unspoken areas of shame and expectation and judgment that's out there that is specifically towards mothers that don't have contact with their kids. It just feels wonky. But how often do you judge a daughter or a son for not calling his mom or his dad or her mom or her dad? Is that in play? Do people really go into a weird space when your friend tells you, "Oh, I don't want to talk to my mom. I don't like to talk to her." They're usually like, "Oh yeah, right on. I don't talk to mine either." you know? But it's a different energy when it's the mom, and then she's like, I don't know what my kids are doing. They don't call me. They don't want to talk to me. And then all of a sudden it's a really weird energy around it. So whatever that is, let's uncreate and destroy that. Let's just determine and decree that adult children are their own people, and they can choose what they choose, and mothers are not the boogeyman or anything because their kids don't want to talk to them or whatever, and the kids are not bad people. It's just they're people. And when they're young, they were forced to be with us, but when they're older and adults, they can make their own choices. And whether it hurts our hearts or not, it breaks our hearts or not, at some point you have to just say, you know what, it is what it is. And so I just want to also invite and encourage any mom that is going through that I know it sucks. You're like, what the fuck? Really? They can't pick up the phone? Like, wow, okay. It just shows you it just shows you a lot. And you don't even have to take it personally anymore at this point because there's such a strange energy in this world right now that who knows? Maybe they're just dealing with stuff that they just can't I don't know, whatever. They just can't connect the dots, or they've just chosen to choose to keep you at arm's length. And just like other people in your life, just because they're your children or your family is not any different than anybody else. People can choose who they want to be with, and as much as we want to be with them, if they choose not to be with us, then that's the way it is, right? So I just want to send love and light to anyone that is going through that heartache and anger or disbelief or like, what the fuck, right? Like, whatever emotion you're in right now, whether it's for your children or your partner or your whatever, whoever, if you're in shock and awe and confusion about any relationship that's just not going the way you really thought it was going to go, I get it. I totally get it. And I just want to give you a shout out like, hey, I'm going to send you love and light. And yeah, just take yourself off the hook, maybe. Own the parts that you can own. Own the parts that say, yeah, I wasn't the best mom. I wasn't the best wife. I wasn't the best girlfriend, boyfriend, friend, whatever, employee, boss, whatever it is, that role. And just own the part of you that the actions that you wish you could do different. But then at that point, all you can do is let go. And because you can't change anyone else, right? And trying to make things different than they are just really causes a lot of frustration and heartache and heartbreak and confusion, and it'll really set you in a tailspin. And so anyway, I'm just I'm just being super honest and open, and I also want to just bring to light this taboo that doesn't need to be. Yeah, I don't think it needs to be. It's just people sometimes fall apart, whether it's family, friends, lovers, whatever. It's all you can do is let go. And if it's supposed to come back to you, maybe it will. And then maybe you might still want it, but who knows? Maybe you don't. Maybe it just, you just never know what things happen, how things happen. So I'm going to stop here. Blessings to you, blessings wherever you are, in whatever state of relationships you are in, and know and trust that creator of all that is loves you. Our angels are right around you, and love. Let love touch your heart and soothe that heartbreak that you may have gone through or are in right now. And don't let it, don't let it ruin your tomorrow or let it ruin your today. Let it have its way with you, but then let it go. All right, my friends, much love and light to you. And if I can support you in any way, just reach out, okay? I'll be blessed to pray with you. Alrighty. Bye, guys.